Might as well get started. He gets on, he gets on.
Not right off the beginning, so.
He's told me, he's told me his opinion on it, so on those, so go that way. That'd be better to have that if you can get on.
You ought to be on for it.
I got the paperwork. I got it.
One of these days I ought to bring my budget for it.
Okay, I second it.
Mine's playing it. Still this, I've got it, so kind of bags up again, reuse it.
Okay.
And we're great, and three commissioners. Oh, we lost. They won't fail.
We had this morning here.
Today's the 17th. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and call the Jasper County Council meeting of January 17th to order at 6:05. If we'll all rise and do the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, first up, we've got the minutes. Everybody receive a copy of the minutes.
Hey. There says no sound on the Zoom.
No sound on the Zoom.
You unmuted, muted the thing, right?
I can hear you now.
Okay,
Okay.
working okay now?
Yep, sounds good.
Okay. Mhm. All right. Any additions or corrections to the minutes from the January 20th council meeting?
Submitted a correction earlier today.
Yeah, it should have been, it should be in.
And the new and the new,
Yep.
they should reflect the change, correct?
That's the only thing I saw.
Okay. All right. Be entertain a motion to approve them as presented with
I'll make a motion.
Jake's. Yep. Got a second?
I'll support.
Okay. Jason moved, Jacob seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Next up, Sheriff Pat Williamson and Chief Brandon Napier.
Can you hear me okay? Okay. We're looking at a fourth canine. This topic got brought up due to the fact we have three canines that run with the sheriff's office. The one of the three canines is going to retire at the over the summer. It has too many years on it. And this will be Sergeant Holder's canine. He doesn't want to continue on as a canine officer. So we had a put out a letter of interest for our men and ladies to see who would be interested. And we had, I think 5 or 6, interested in canine, which is great. And so we did interviews in that, and we ended up with Kevin Home Hansen interested in fulfilling the third canine, and that's who we chose to move on. So we're going to raise the money. Of course, we always raise money by donations. So we don't ever pay for the canines with county money. They go out and fundraise, and we've done that historically. So, but we had a fourth individual, or I'm sorry, second individual that was we really wanted to give another canine to. And we also feel that the fourth canine would be beneficial because of, we have the possibility of the data center and a lot more people in the county. We have 4 shifts at work, and, we have 1 canine that's interdiction. We have 2 that are on the road. This will add a third. We think it'd be very beneficial, but you're probably wondering what would be the cost for the county. Basically the cost is, 2 hours a day on their off time. That's, they get straight pay to deal with that canine. I think we run, Brandon, do you remember, is it about 9,000 for the 3? canines for maintenance, or do you remember?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's about 3,000 a year. Now, to add that fourth canine, we saved quite a bit of money to this year in the budget. We could have funded a fourth, maybe even a fifth canine, but we feel we have, we've been taking very good care of our overtime and straight time monies, and we could have funded that anyway. So I don't think there's an issue as far as that goes. The other thing, only other thing that we pay for is, of course, feed for the dog. We pay for insurance. All those things come out of our budget. We also cover the extra training when they have to go to different training events. A canine is a continuous job. So when you have somebody who wants to be a canine, it's 24/7. It's like you got an extra kid in your house. And so it takes a special individual to handle that animal. But we feel that it would be beneficial for the sheriff's office to have a fourth canine. So we're looking to put one on. And basically, this fourth canine will be going to Michael Vega. He's one of our younger guys. You may or may not know him. But again, with the stipulation of fundraising. So on a timeline, if we were to do this, we're looking at both dogs fundraised and purchased towards late summer. And then we'll have them fully trained towards early winter. So September, October, November, in that range. The canines are going to be purchased from Michigan, I think at Von Lick Kennels, and then they're going to train up at what we call the MAC Center in Valparaiso, which is close for training. So our last one that we replaced was trained up down in Lafayette. So, but that's kind of our intention. We wanted to make you aware of it. We think we have monies to do it anyway, but we want to make you aware that's what we're looking to do. So,
Hey, sure. How much is it? How much is the actual dog cost, and then the
So-
training?
the actual dog is between 13 and 15,000. And then training, you're looking at a total of 16 to 17 grand total for the dog and training. So we've got about 13,000 in our canine fund. And so we need to raise about 20 grand, which if you don't know it, we have a lot of dog lovers in the county. And I don't think that's going to be too big of an issue for fundraising. They're very generous, so, and have been for quite a number of years. So.
It's, in the past, they've been able to raise it quite quickly.
Mhm.
And
So, I mean, it's not a new position. It's just something we're doing. We brought it up to the commissioners as well this morning. Brandon did. And, but we're just kind of making you aware. We think that'll be beneficial for the county, especially with the endeavor of what's going on up north. So, that's about all I got on that.
So basically you'll be doing fundraising and reporting back and telling us how it's going along and
Yeah.
you'll make it or.
Yeah, I'm positive we'll have enough money to do it. And, it'll just be a matter of selecting 2 animals and training by early winter. So we think the schedule, we can do that as well. Free up our schedule, get them through there. So
Support it.
it's kind of a lengthy training.
Okay. All right. Any questions? Any input on?
I don't know if it's anything for you to vote on. It's just
That's-
we want to make you aware of them.
Right.
So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Thanks,
All
sure.
right.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Mhm. All right. Next up, Coroner Boersma.
Good evening. Just wanted to kind of bring you guys up to date. Most of you know I do text you guys as things go on. And thank God we evaded a catastrophe a few weeks ago, or last week anyway. We are at a dozen calls. We are been quite busy. We still have a resident gentleman that is still in the facility yet, has been there since November the 10th. We've sent a certified letter for the family to make a decision of when they're going to do something. If they don't do something by the 1st of March, then we intend to appeal that to the court to have him taken care of. And then the gentleman does have some farm ground. And so then it'll be up to the county attorney then to put a lien or whatever he wants to do on that to recover that from that at that point. Other than that, I'll probably be back here in the next probably 6 months because we've always budgeted about $100 a month for telephone. But since we've taken over the annex and that phone bill and everything comes to us now, it's about $260 a month for long distance and the internet and the fax line and everything. And everything that we do does require pretty much everything goes long distance when it comes back to Rensselaer and to Indianapolis. When we fax stuff back and forth to the health departments and the State Board of Health and the sheriff's office faxes up to us. So just as we go along, before we run completely out, I'll get a letter together and let you guys know that since we've taken over a lot of that. Also, there'll be some bills for the commissioners. Today, the fire service came through and a couple of our fire extinguishers were 24 years old and that was a no-no. So they took those out and replaced those, and those have seen a better day. So we replaced those today while we were there for a training session. We had a 6-hour training session today on the new state system for entering the death records and things like that into the state. The new death record called Cohero, it allows if we have a traffic fatality, when we enter that information into that, used to be we had to sit down and file long form papers and send that in. And then if there was questions and things like that, they would get back with us. Now we send it through the system and through this new multi-million-dollar system that the state has, that they can take what they want off of what we generate, and then they'll send us the criteria that we need to fulfill on the things that aren't in there as to if there's toxicology that they want, they have to send a request, and then we have to fulfill that long form. If it's a crash report, it gets referred to the sheriff, but they can take bits and pieces of what we put in there now. Instead of us sending a long form down and then they sending it back and tell us what they want, they can look and see what we have, and it'll kind of streamline things just a little bit for everybody. But other than that, that's about all I have. Anybody got any questions?
No.
Okay.
Thank you, Andy.
Appreciate it, Andy.
Next up, Treasurer Tammy McEwan. Come on up. Hello.
Did you all get my letter?
Yes.
Okay, so you know that I found a code that allows the county treasurer to get a $2,500 stipend for duties like managing investments and serving on the Board of Finance.
Which code was that?
Which code? 362513.
Yeah, I've got. And where does it state it within that code?
Well,
Because
did actually, I asked about it. I got online and asked about it, and it came up with this, that there was a code that allows it specific rules for auditors, which they got one. And then it allows the treasurer stipends for commonly structured for duties like managing investments, serving on county boards, or for technology related responsibilities. So I don't know if it's actually within that code.
it's not in 36.
362513 clarifies that stipends are allowed by statute for
If
elected officials.
if they're identified within a separate Indiana code to cover those. The auditor is the licensing of the assessor is covered within that code. And the clerk on election years,
Mhm.
but there's no other specifications of any other office holders that can receive a stipend. It's not spelled out anywhere within that code. And that's per our attorney surveying it and has stated that there's no way to change anything unless it specifically states it with, and that's why I was asking, where it was at on that one.
So when I travel to do investments and stuff, or like when I have to go to Demont, and I have to go to Remington and I have to do all that,
You're entitled to your mileage and stuff on it, but that's part of the job of the treasurer.
so I can turn in mileage on it, which
That
I've
would
never
be-
done.
That would be under the commissioners per diem on the mileage that's
So
covered for
that's
that.
what I do, I turn in mileage.
Anytime you're traveling on county business, you
Yep.
should be able to turn in mileage.
You come out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yes, it's
Rate set on mileage.
right. The mileage is set and it specifically states in the that code that you stated that it cannot be changed during the calendar year, which it's fixed. And the only ones that it lists the auditor, and the clerk on election years, and then the licensing for the assessor. And that's the only statutes that's identifies an individual on it.
Yeah.
It says that you're not required to report your hours and may not be compensated based on the number of hours worked. And that's where we have pulled in, and Jacob Baylor is actually in California right at the moment.
Well,
I've
but
got a
I'm
copy of the
I'm watching
statute.
this and we had a chance to review it a couple
Yeah, there
weeks
we go.
ago, I recall.
Okay. Yeah. You want to put any more input on it? If I stated correctly, Jacob?
You have, and I know we looked at this two separate events, and I also, just for caution, reached out to a couple of other municipal attorneys to kind of get second and third opinions, and everyone was in consensus that unless that particular office is listed, the stipends are generally handled separately in the Indiana Code for governmental entities.
Okay.
So
All
you're
right.
telling me I have to bring it up at budget time?
It would have to be included in,
Included in your
there's no
budget.
way to do stipends. It would have to be included into your
In the budget
regular,
process.
into the regular compensation for the office.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, when we do appreciate all the work that's put in by the, each elected official, and we've considered the ones that are allowed by individual code. And so, any other input, guys?
No, I agree. That's what the code's pretty clear about it.
So,
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm. Kim, do you have anything to add or any questions on that? It's covers the same area that we discussed a while ago. Come on up. Mhm.
Obviously, being a former auditor, I know what that job entails. And I do just want to say that I have been helping as much as I possibly can. When questions get answered down in my office. And I know that you have given other elected offices stipends, and I don't care if it's an IC code or not. Tammy has worked for the county for how many years, Tammy? 33 years. And there's other elected officials that are making more than she is. And they have not been here as long as she has.
Well,
So maybe that is something, if it has to wait till next budget, okay.
one
But
thing,
I'm just saying, things need to be looked at budget time for these elected officials that stick around and do the work and are there for the county through thick and thin.
and we've also budget times over the past few years, we've changed that out to where we've got a consistent pay for those offices, and we do reward on longevity we changed that and made it a lot better out there over
Oh.
longevity.
Yep.
So when you look at it for 33 years, that elected official is making more than the one that just gets elected the first year in or second year in. But I understand what you're saying on it, but we're basically, our hands are tied about doing anything else other than what Indiana code says. No matter we say, I don't care what Indiana code says, we've got to abide by it.
Right, but I'm just saying, and maybe I need to talk to the legislators about that because with all the training that they're making us do now, it's more and more. And, you know, we just got a bill passed the recorders downstate. It has not been signed by the governor, but it is sitting on his desk in regards to the address confidentiality in regards to recording. So
Kim, is that training taking place outside of your normal work hours?
yes, yes.
So in evenings and then
Yeah.
on weekends, you're,
And I'm also on the AIC board, which drives me, I have to go down to Indianapolis at least once a month.
are you compensated for being on the AIC board or is
No,
that
I
strictly
am not.
volunteer?
And it's a lot of time because I'm on boards within that. So, and I do that for the county so they have a voice.
And we do appreciate and I think it's gained the county a lot by your participation on that board. I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
So.
And April 14th is our district meeting.
Mhm.
Please, I don't know who you want to contact about getting registered for that, but I would appreciate because we are having it here in Jasper County.
Email on it.
It's going to be in here at Jasper County again at Embers.
Right.
On April 14th.
Last year was,
No, I do not.
See,
I think it should be.
Opinion would be that is county business.
Right.
I think that's just my opinion, but I don't know, Commissioners, what you guys think, but. Yeah.
I would support that it should be something covered because that's something that does benefit the county.
Yeah. Total gesture, but definitely we should start doing that.
It's so different from us going to the summer ICC conference with one of the background knowledge for that.
You definitely think that could be helped.
Okay. And I did want to let you know, Beth has retired as of December 31st or December 19th, I think, whatever. But I've hired a new full-time person. She is actually the former Stark County recorder. She resigned from over there to come over to us. Her and her family are moving back home. She graduated from KV. Her name is Mandy Thomason. And she's going to be building a house on their family farm. So she'll be moving back to Jasper County.
Sounds like you found a good one.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Kim.
Thank
you. Okay, next up, probation, Mike Spangler.
I'm just short. I'm just introducing them. We got our, just so you know, we got a blessing to come here today from the commissioners. We're looking to do opioid money, assistance with them. They're with Valley Oaks. This is Autumn Smolenski. This is our peer coach, Kathy Langley. It's a program I know is endorsed by the sheriff. He's probation, community correction. Also, she's not here. She's ill. So we're here to support them. We're going to let them tell them about the peer program, how it works. And if you guys have questions, feel free to ask them, but they'll be able to explain everything. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Autumn. So I am kind of fighting this program and trailblazing with Kathy. She's going to be our peer. She's the expert and knows all the ins and outs of how to serve the county and the people and the population that we'll be serving. So I will let her give a little bit of insight on what her role will look like, and then I can give some of the logistics and things like that. Okay.
So I connect with people who are struggling with addiction. I help them find resources. I'm like a sport. I can do multiple things to help them out and just make sure they can stay on a good path.
So her main role will be bridging the gap, whether it's support and moments of relapse, whether it's the longevity and tenure of their sobriety and things like that. And that's what we're kind of hoping for. We're hoping to help those who need help with reentry. That's really hard on a lot of inmates coming out of incarceration or corrections. We're looking at people that are long-term people of substance and things like that that are trying in their later years of life and even reaching the younger population. She's already started an adolescent group that we've connected with Jasper County Probation and Newton County Probation as well. And they support it. And she's been running that for 3 weeks now. And so I guess our main goal for this program is really to get and meet the populations that we can't meet based on mixed pay and things like that. So she can, her role itself can meet like Medicaid clients and those that can pay out of pocket. The issue that we see on the flip side, especially with reentry and recidivism and things like that, is right. So some other counties have different programs that we don't foster here due to just different things, but we're really trying to target crises
for transitioning back into the community. And that's one thing at the jail, we've never had that support. It's, you know, it's just funds. Right now, and I have a video of it. I purchased an actual movie production of Addict's Wake, I think it's called, that I can share with you. And we have 10 sheriff's offices in the state of Indiana that partook in this program, and the state funded it. It was all peer support. This was brought into the National Sheriff's Conference last summer. They actually had that in front of all the national sheriffs in Florida. I got to see that as well. But I can show you that you know, peer support is the big thing, and then recidivism rates from that is pretty attractive as far as what's going on. I mean, it's out of the world. But we wanted to get that into our jail last year, and Governor Braun cut that, as he's cut a lot of things. But that's one of the programs he cut, was the peer support. We had that set up. We had it with our JRAC team scheduled to come in. They came in and talked to JRAC and all that. However, all the state funds have been cut. So since then, the Jasper Newton Foundation has invested in peer support, or a person in their office to help with this, as well as Valley Oaks. So any help that we can give that program, I'm telling you, that's what's working around at least Indiana, and I'm sure the rest of the United States. Transitioning people, supporting them, getting them to their addiction recovery meetings, you know, doctor's appointments. I mean, on and on it goes. And we've never had that. If we're going to solve this, we're going to have to get into the weeds with people, and so it's going to take some effort. But that's where it's at. So.
Thanks, Cheryl. One of the things that we've seen in my office is we've seen a lot more than what we used to see in the addiction and in the overdose deaths. And one of the things that we find is when you finally get somebody to open up to us and they tell us, well, they went through the program, but after that they got lost. And by that, I mean, they went through the program and there was nobody there to guide them along. So they slipped back into a slump, and they said, well, I was taking 10 milligrams of this drug before I went to rehab or I went to jail, and I get out, I do well, and then I fall into a slump because there's nobody there to help guide them. And the next thing you know, they go to their buddy's place and they go, oh, I can take 10 milligrams of that because I did it before. And then they're on my slab because they don't think that what their body has reacted to. And it's just not, you know, and Pat said, we talked about prescription drugs. We have a thing called inspect. When we get a body in, we can pull their drugs and we can see what they're doing, if they're doctor shopping and stuff like that, so that we can turn that over to them and the detectives to start looking at those physicians to see if they're just writing scripts out and things like that. But one of the most important things is these people are, I hate to use the word weak, but they don't make good choices when they come out or when they come out of rehab, and there's nobody there to guide them along or steer them in a direction. And so if we've got restricted opioid money that can go to them and help with that, I think that's one of the smartest things that we can do. Hope I helped you.
We're also seeing machines that are put in the schools to help, you know, detect vaping, which probation is very familiar with all the cases that they get from all the schools. That's a huge thing that we never used to see.
So understand, peer means she's lived it. And when we would deal with people, the first thing they tell us is, you don't know what we've done. You don't know how we've acted. And that's, I think when they get with a peer, someone who's gone through the process, I think that's a big thing that helps. And we see with the recovery part of it, like we said, like the sheriff said, and Mr. Boersma here, I just turned in 15 drug screens last Tuesday that we did over a 2-week period. 9 of them failed. Cocaine's made a big run back. We're seeing cocaine and fentanyl like crazy. Since December 1st, 37% of our drug screens, I just looked at them today, are cocaine failures. We probably didn't have big, heavy.
What's the drug screen? You were saying that.
So we do saliva. It's
On who?
on any probationer who comes through. It's all, some are court orders, some are random. So we do them at random. So, we see a lot of people fail they don't fail at the beginning because they're coming out of incarceration or coming from community corrections. It's like 6 and 7 months down the road is when we start seeing the drug test failures because they're struggling. And that's where we go with it.
So of the 15 you had, 9 failed.
9
They were probation wise, so their probation would be
could be
revoked
revoked.
and-
Yes. Yeah. We're in the process. It's funny. EBP is a process where they want us to try to get them as counseling as much as possible, but sometimes counseling doesn't work. So some of them, yeah, just we'll work that. We're what the situation is, and she'll be able to help us with that because she'll be with those people and understand where we're coming from. I mean, we get input from the police. They have contact with them, so they call us and say, "Hey, we had this contact. You might want to drug screen them, but here's what they're working on things." So we kind of take their advice with them too, prosecutors' advice and all that kind of stuff.
You gotta realize relapse is part of recovery.
Yeah.
Just because someone relapses doesn't mean, okay, we're done. We have them relapsing many times before they come back to our jail where we work with them, and then suddenly they see the light and off they go. And we've had some very good success stories, but it's just part of it.
Yeah, I always have a guy told me this when I always keep him with me. He said, quitting's not hard. I've quit 6 or 7 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so that's, I think the peer, that's why we're very interested in the peer process. I mean, I know me and the sheriff for a year or two have talked about what happens when they leave the jail. We don't have a lot of, they go to probation and if they fail, they go right back to jail. Well, that doesn't do any good because there's not the help out there they need. So
So is like AA classes, is that kind of the same thing for drugs rather than just alcohol or?
AA, no, it's just, I'll know more about, I mean, the AA, we don't use AA much.
No.
Alcohol doesn't seem to be big and it's hard to find NA meetings. But this is a funny statement. We've had several people go to NA meetings or go to AA meetings and leave. And they said, hell, I was sober until I started talking. When we started talking about alcohol, they ended up back in the bar. Because it brings that thought back to
Well, it sounds like it could be a very depressing place to be.
Yeah, it is.
So-
It really is. But yeah, I think their program is going to be very good. Like I said, we're going to try to work with Duke County on this too, and everything. But I think they've got a good program.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we'll have that on the March agenda then for an additional and discuss it and deal with it at that time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Mhm. And this would be opioid money, which is not coming out of taxpayers.
This would be restricted.
Restricted, yeah.
So that's a healthy balance.
Okay.
I just want to hear how that.
We need
Right.
to spend.
Let's keep moving on to our additional appropriations under county general, regional planning. Kirksey's got a letter that their funds are based on 55 cents per capita share for our population. And that comes to 18,104.90. We budgeted 13,168 in our budget process, leaves a shortfall of $4,937. 4937, regional planning out of county general would, bring that up to our commitment to Kirksey.
How did we come up short?
Difference in population every year gets calculated. It's something we deal with basically, I think, every year, as those change. Anything that's based on, it's just like our, what's the other one I want to refer to?
Looks like it was a per capita increase from 40 cents to 55 cents in the
Right.
letter.
But this letter is dated June 10th,
June 10th, 25.
26.
Hmm.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
How did we?
I don't know why we ended up short then, but anyway, we didn't plug in
Thank you.
it's a 2020 census, so it's a raise in the per capita figure then that's made it.
Yeah, but we've had that per capita for 4 years, right?
I don't know if the 55 cents has been there. I don't know what it was last year.
Says previously 40 cents, so
Went from 40.
40 to 55 it says here.
Okay. There's your $4,937.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yep, previous 40. Yep.
I'll make sure like
This letter when we're doing the budget, I said June 10th, so we should have it in our budget.
Yeah, if we've got that figure before budget time this year, we can plug in the right figures. So our commitment to them is short $4,937. Any
This
discussion?
letter was dated to the commissioners. We probably didn't receive it.
Oh, yeah, it was to commissioners, it says there, yeah.
They didn't bother forwarding it to us apparently.
So can we just take it out of your budget?
All I did is when I got the letter, or the communication after the fact that said we owed more. So I told them I passed that along, but I don't know how.
Yeah.
I don't know if we looked historically and just saw last year's number.
Probably what we plugged in was last year's numbers and
Obviously.
I didn't look under there.
I think there's too much hardware on currency, right? They're-
Any other discussion? I'd entertain a motion for 4937 out of county general to regional planning for Kirksey.
So moved.
Been moved.
I'll
Gary?
second.
Seconded by Jason. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carried. Next up is the additional appropriation for the clerk, which is the 2,500 that was presented last meeting that was approved to give. And this is the additional to put into that fund so it can be covered. Any questions on that? Would entertain a motion?
We just need to clarify, this is just during election years, correct?
Right, and we've already approved to give it.
Okay.
This is to put it into the fund to be
Okay.
paid. Because right now there's no money on that line item to cover the 2,500. Just as we had to do with the auditor the month before. Mhm.
I'll make a motion to approve the clerk.
Jason moved,
I second it.
Brian seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? None. Next two were the 2,500 for the two we talked about with the treasurer and recorder. So those will not be needed tonight to cover that. Next up, we go on to the opioid restricted fund. And then we've got the unrestricted fund. This might be a good time for me to climb on a soapbox for just a second. The sheriff mentioned it earlier and I've thought long and hard about how to bring this up and what needs to be done. The weather's starting to get better right now. But sure enough, next year when it gets down to zero out, we're going to get an email and phone calls. Reen will get them. Sheriff will get them. Township trustees, as long as they're not replaced, will be getting them. We have 3 to 4 people that's not made it into those programs to be into the recovery process. So they're homeless out there. And it's tough sitting at home thinking about those people that have no place to get inside and it's zero out. You can come up with one night and put them in a motel or whatever. I really think I want to challenge the 3 that we're going to give money to tonight and to get together and figure out something, a plan in place that we can keep those people from freezing to death. One of them would be way too many. But if you got 3 or 4 of them and the sheriff's deputies are out there saying, Chief, boss, what are we going to do with these? And you have nothing to tell them. It's awful hard. Dane Hayworth, did all they could on them. The Ministerial Association, put a lot of effort into it. Their churches are very, cooperative to doing what they can do on it. But we've got to figure out a way to, in Jasper County, we don't have a homeless shelter. Luckily, we're not big enough to need a homeless shelter much of the time. They can get by when it's not zero outside. But when it's zero out or below, nobody's going to survive out there on that. So I just kind of give a challenge out there that by next year, when we're sitting here, I hope that we've got to have something in place that we can help those people and take care of them a little bit.
What was I right, Sheriff? Did you say 10 to 20 homeless or no? You figured?
Yeah, they're, so the 4 that we talked about were people who said they don't get along with anyone. They mentally ill and all that, or they're travelers, whatever. But
people that are homeless are living out in hotels. They all group together, they live on people's couches, you know, they're just providing the sell dope and whatever they do. And it's a real issue, so but most of them can get in, the ones that you see out laying in front of the library, won't take them, not even their families, because they just can't handle it. They're mentally ill, causing quite a problem.
So it's awful hard to say, well, that, you know, ought to open up a church to let them in. Well, who's responsible for that? You can't take them to the jail because what have they done wrong to put them in there? So, you know, Dane and I had a long conversation on it, but I sure didn't have the answer. We can throw money all we want to into here, but there's going to be that of 10, there's going to be 3 or 4 of them that's going to be susceptible to being out there in the cold.
Last year, 24.
Yeah,
We did have one
we had one.
passed away here in Rensselaer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so I believe that is a topic we need to.
I think it needs to be addressed, and starting now to get ready for next winter would sure be the right time to do it. And I don't know what the answer is, but we need to figure out something.
Well, when they're greatly disabled to where they're not making good decisions, then I think we need to start looking at mental commitments.
Right.
But is there a place open for them? And that kind of thing is difficult. So especially in that weather, because everyone's looking for one place to stay.
Well, and that was one thing I was thinking about, and I don't know if there's a place to do it, but you know, how we purchase bed space for the juveniles. And we, you know, through our gateway provider of Valley Oaks, gets bed space, but do we need to look to one of the larger municipalities and quote purchase homeless shelter space, or at least budget for it? So that if there's a need like that, and of course, then the issue the sheriff, I know, faces, you can offer somebody a solution, but they may not take you up on it.
Right.
And so to churches, it's great, but you have to have someone to supervise.
Would it,
One person to be safe for everybody.
would it be beneficial to have a judge or two in on this discussion to see if there's anything that can be put in place when it gets down to life-threatening situations that something could be done? I mean, I don't know. I'm
I
asking.
think it'd be an excellent topic for JRAC. Again, mental health, the judges, probation, and everybody.
And it's already a group convened to be discussing these types of issues.
Yeah. I know Dana said he personally hauled 1 or 2 of these down to the homeless shelters in Lafayette and stuff. But you know, it just, you hate to think about 1 or 2 being out there, let alone 3 or 4. So
When I listened to you talk earlier, and then you talk about the 90% that are going to jail, right, or having some type of drug issue, think about the cost to the taxpayers. If the taxpayers really knew how much drugs are costing them, maybe they'd open their eyes to what's going on in their communities and look around and the real cost of that. And I sat down with the former sheriff and tried to come up with a number, but it's almost impossible to come up with a number, an actual number, how much drugs cost this county, but it's pretty big.
You see what our medical bills are and our food budget, and realize that 77% of our inmates are on medications in there. That's the average, 77%, and that our medical people are over 60-some jail. So that's a huge number of medicines that are being utilized just to try to get them to act normal, deal with what they've got problems with, and so on. But our expense at the jails is huge as far as medical costs.
Yeah.
Well, and then we give to, which I'm not against the these restricted funds, which is still money. And then we also give to public defenders. I mean, it'd probably be mind-boggling if people really knew how much of the money from the county each year goes to that.
And these places are, you know, the ones we're supporting do a tremendous job. They're still not going to get 100%. So I'll get off my soapbox. Okay.
Jake, do you want to say something?
I was just going to say, I'm speaking out of turn, but Christian Haven facility in Wheatfield is, I heard being sold and doing something with adult intervention in that. So could be a possibility.
I had heard that you
something
sold.
to work with.
There's some across the road that are sitting empty.
Well, it's been sold. Oh, over here. Oh, yeah. There's that too.
Yeah, we got.
Jake, is it to an organization that's doing some sort of treatment or program?
I heard it was some sort of adult intervention. I don't know, high risk individuals.
It's called Aurora. They're pretty big. And they're gonna have like, outpatient stuff, plus they're gonna have what they call a lock facility to keep people there, on a more permanent basis or inpatient basis.
Mhm.
But they're dumping a lot of money into it right now, doing a lot of reconstruction, some buildings and whatnot, but they plan on being open, last I heard, within 2 or 3 months.
Okay. That's good. Okay.
That I wanted to ask them about. Well, I think it'd be one where you might be able to, buy rooms or buy space or purchase dead space, so yeah, okay.
That would be something, be great. Mhm. Thank you, Jake. Mhm. Okay, we'll move on to the opioid restricted funds, House of Grace Recovery Homes. Anyone? And Grace Point Resource Center. Reen, you guys talked on these this morning, right? We talked about last month too. Mhm.
So, House of Grace, we have given, this will be the second year we've given to them, and some of you attended their banquet that Rodney Urbano put on at his location. And so they're having success. They're actually working, just anecdotally, they're opening up a third house in Lafayette area, Tippecanoe County. So, I would say they're doing well. And then the Woven Hope, which is in the unrestricted, is what you guys, Jason was touching on before. That's kind of a halfway house to do skills training, how to manage a job, income, resources, integrate back into life. So that's what that money of the unrestricted was 20,000 to help them renovate the place where the residents will be staying.
Where's that at, Reed?
I think that's up next to or on the property of Faith Pentecostal Church of God on 231.
Okay.
I think. I mean, that's the ladies, I believe, are affiliated with that. When they had originally come to us, we suggested they were just going to piggyback through their church, and we asked them to get their own 501c3 for us to be able to give towards, so that their own separate organization. And then Grace Point, Brian Hannon, they've been doing counseling services here in Rensselaer now. And it was 5 or 10 years. How many years has that been?
Been or more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
once again, so there are options within the county, and so we felt comfortable enough to grant their requests.
Mhm. Okay. Any questions for Reen on that? I knew you guys had looked at it, and we listened last month on it too. So.
Yeah.
Any questions on those three? We could do the individually.
You probably need to do.
The two restricted together.
Don't you?
Right. We can do them all three separately. Let's just, any discussion on the House of Grace Recovery Homes, $30,000 out of opioid restricted funds? Would entertain a motion.
Make the motion.
Okay, Jake made the motion, second. Okay, Paul. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carried. Grace Point Resource Center, 15,000 on opioid restricted funds. Any questions on that? Entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, Jason moved. That was, do we get a second?
I'll support.
Gary seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carried. Next up, opioid unrestricted fund, 20,000. That's to Woven Hope. Any questions on that before I'd entertain a motion on that? Okay, Paul moved.
I'll second.
Jason seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carried.
Also, when they made the request, we asked them to be prepared to come give us an update a couple times a year. And invite you to come here.
All right, Jake, have you got some information on the sheriff's retirement fund study?
Yeah, I sent this to council, so I don't have any new information over what I sent you, but just wanted to kind of bring it up for discussion. So in the 26 budget, which we approved, we had $1.7 million in there to bring the sheriff's retirement fund to fully funded, which would eliminate the liability on our current 20-year plan. And so I spoke with them, currently 1.23 million underfunded. And our recommended annual contribution is 431,416. So that's 1.66 million. So we have enough in the budget to do that and to make our annual contribution and get it fully funded. So that is good. He really didn't have numbers yet from the 2025 fund performance and how that, so it could vary up or down somewhat, but and then the study compares our current plan to the 25-year retirement plan that we have been talking about. So just making that switch from 20 years to 25-year retirement plan creates approximately a $450,000 new unfunded liability if we don't contribute any money up front to do that. So we could, if we choose to take that from 20 years to 25 years, we can pay that $450,000 up front, or we can build it into an accelerated payment plan like we have been on for the 20-year plan. So if we leave the 450,000 unfunded and just go on a 10-year accelerated plan, that's 388,000 a year. If we were to fully fund it, it would be 321,000 a year would be our annual contribution to that plan
To get 25 years over 10.
to get 25 years over 20.
No, but to get to
Oh,
25
Yes,
years, 351 a year for 10 years.
388 versus 321.
321 was for 20 years.
But they, yes, 20 years. And there is also a
400
option.
It was 400,000.
Yeah, we were-
400,000 that is funded 1 year time, right?
Correct.
And it could be smaller than that after the 25 year, the 2025 performance.
You're on.
I don't know what that. It's not you.
So,
So,
Put that fund in a pretty good position.
yeah.
Put it in real good position.
Yeah, and then of course we'll have an extra 1.2 million working for us, moving forward. So as long as that plan continues to perform, it should shrink that gap. So
probably, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna ask, what's the cost to let it ride and do it over time versus? Yeah, but I mean, in the long run, there's interest, right? Or somehow that is costing. What I'm getting at is instead of paying the 450 up front and you let it, you drag it out, is it gonna cost you an additional $400,000 over time to do that is what I'm getting at.
right, and it depends on how that fund performs versus the market. So it costs about 6.5% a year to administer the fund. So to pay the retirees and pay the administration fees. So if it produces better than that, it'll close the gap on its own. If it doesn't, then that gap could widen. So the market continues to go up, you lose opportunity cost by not fully funding up front.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of moving parts to it.
There is.
And then on the personnel side, I'll just bring up Sheriff and I've had a couple of conversations. So there's really 2 current Sheriff Department employees where this has an immediate impact. And so guys that have been here over 20 or 25 years already. So there's really 2 there. So.
But there's a lot in the upper teens.
There is, yep. Yeah. So, I think if you think about it, we've been putting 500,000 in for several years. So even at the 388 annually, it's less than we have been paying to get our guys a 25-year plan. So
This is something, Jake, we could look at in budget time of how we want to deal with it, right?
yeah, we can do it. We can do it whenever.
We'll probably, if we can do a budget, then you wouldn't do it till the next calendar year, but we could look at it and find out where we're at a little better. And that was gonna be my suggestion, that we kind of get the figures from him for 25 performance, look at it again. And it might make sense to pay the one-time lump and get there. It's sure nice to think something's fully funded instead of every year look at 380,000 going right out of it. But,
right. And that's the other point I would make is, the 1.7 we're about to pay sounds like a big amount, but it was a liability we already owed. So really, we're getting square. So.
Any other?
We had a CD coming
Yeah, so I talked,
maturing.
yeah, I
It's
talked to
gonna-
Tammy. That money has been, that investment has been cashed out and put into the fund. So Sheriff, I think you and Diana could get together and make that contribution whenever.
Sooner we get it in there, the
Sooner the
sooner
better.
it'll start paying its way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
Thank you, Jake, for doing it.
yes,
Yeah.
Jake,
Yeah.
thank you. So,
Thanks, Sheriff, for
yep.
getting the study going.
Sheriff's been bringing us up to date and we, I tell you what, out of 16th year on here, we listened to a lot of years on the performance on the funds and figured out what we was going to do. And, the last few years, I will give them great compliments that, we've done a lot better and we figured out a way to get it there. So I thank them a lot.
77% in 2018 or so, 17. So now we're at the 82 or 3% fully funded. So that's a huge amount of money in just those number of years. So if we stay aggressive with our investments, there's no reason why this shouldn't, do the same. So,
yep.
Unless we have a depression. Crazy.
Thank you, Jake. Thanks, Sheriff. Okay, anything other business from the council members?
Corey's here, I believe.
Yeah,
Can we
Corey,
bring him up?
come on up. Just a little update for when Corey's come up, he's gonna tell us about the new ambulance. He's got his ambulance. The commissioners did approve to pay for the ambulance this morning. Now, next month, we will have it advertised to where we will have the funds appropriated to pay for that. So the day after our next meeting, they can cut the check for the ambulance.
That sounds great. They're delivering it tomorrow.
I know.
And
Mhm.
they've been holding it and have been antsy to offload it.
Mhm.
I've asked very kindly, very nicely, several times if they just donate it, but we're gonna hold the keys ransom for payment, unfortunately. I guess guidance on how to manage that. There's a signed contract for payment, right? I'm not sure how long with the contract, before we start violating terms of that after the truck becomes available to receiving the truck and taking delivery of it. Yeah, look into that.
I thought we had the money.
We could probably have Eric draft up, just, document stating that check pending the standard process. We could probably have something for you tomorrow, if that's coming tomorrow.
It is intended to be here like at 11 tomorrow, yeah.
So do they know we don't have the money?
We have the money, it's.
They know
I
the potential
understand.
process. for delay that.
I understand. It's just, it's very aggravating to me. We've been talking about this for several months now and we're here with it ready to come tomorrow. We don't have it figured out.
Well, I feel like going back to the minutes back, it was approved in the commissioners meeting on the 3rd and presented in the following council meeting. I thought that those funds were approved at the March 18th meeting. I feel like we've been through the process of.
We were going to take it from the EDA funds and I do not believe we ever did a additional out of EDA funds to cover that.
We discussed it, but we never decided where it's coming from.
Mhm.
We never made any definite decision. And I guess that's where I'm getting at. We've talked about it and talked about it and talked about it, and we never acted on anything. And now it's here and we can't pay for it.
I feel like we have some leverage with the vendor having the delay on delivery from October now to February. It was due in October, so hopefully they'll have some leniency with us. And any other delays, from our side, when we're several months behind on delivery.
Corey, when did you get the notification that it was done and ready?
3 weeks, 2 weeks ago.
I got an email from Reen saying, hey, we need to figure out what we're going to do in these funds. February the 5th, I believe it was, or 3rd or 5th. I put my head to the grindstone and figured out, hey, let's not do EDA. Let's do the 1236, the lit fund for that. Went in, got it into the auditor's office, got it on the agenda, but I could not advertise it 14 days prior to this meeting.
Gotcha.
So
So,
the advertising requirements, what the hitch was.
Mhm.
And that's where, yeah, I know you were trying to find out, trying to nail them down when to bring the things.
Right.
So we can just coordinate it to avoid the annoyance that Brian's feeling. And that's why I guess if we can commit, we can draft up a letter and say, per our process,
Mhm.
that'll be approved on the council meeting, which would be, is it March 17th?
should be right at
Yeah,
that.
same as
Yes.
today.
Yep.
Okay, so check would be available March 18th. And then, it could be, or you could have a check in hand that day. Is that possible, Diana?
I believe so.
Mhm. I mean, we really can't write the check until we appropriate the funds, but we could do it then.
Well, Ryan's question is, do you have the will to want to call a special meeting just for that topic?
Can do that too.
Can it be a Zoom meeting?
We'd have to be able to advertise, and it'll be 14 days from there, so we're still looking late on it.
Yes, I think we need to,
Or somewhere.
I can't wait for what? a month.
But I gotta advertise for your
You gotta advertise
14
it,
days.
yeah, as soon as you could advertise tomorrow would be, I mean,
It's still gonna put you 2 weeks out.
yeah, we'd be halfway there.
Yeah.
2 weeks, but
2 weeks out feels better than.
2 weeks is better than 4.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
It's fine with me.
Input.
Get it advertised.
Okay, we'll get you within 2 weeks.
You wanna pick a date now?
Yep.
Then I know. Third, 2 weeks, but be the 4th, but it's 2 weeks from
Yeah,
tomorrow.
it'd have to be the.
I'll be out of town, but I can zoom in.
Okay, advertise on the 18th to be the Wednesday, so we'd have to go 14 days.
You're gonna do that, or you're gonna do, I mean, I just asking a question, is there anything like during the day in the morning, I mean, we could, if those of us who need to come, we can. Come to the commissioners in the courthouse, I don't care,
Right.
I mean, I'll make it work.
Yeah, then you probably just check that thing, Dave.
Right, that's kind of where I was going. Instead of wasting a whole nother day.
So 10 days after February 18th would be the earliest, would be 1st of May, March, I mean, 1st March.
March, you said 14.
14
days.
14 days, 14 days, you gotta go up to, yeah.
I mean, there is-
March
do it
4th.
If you got everything out tomorrow, if not, it'd be
Mhm.
March 5th.
To go by off the print date, though. To go off the print date for the paper?
Sorry.
We'll go off the print date for the paper?
Doesn't have to go to the paper. I gotta post it in Gateway 14 days
Okay.
now.
All right.
Before, if it was a newspaper, it was 10 days.
So if you got it done by before midnight tonight, does that count today?
Brian, you're pushing.
So can we do it, Diana, at the courthouse at March the 4th at 8:30 a.m.?
I'm okay with that, I think.
We have our audit conference that day.
Is that when that is? I didn't put it in my phone, so it's.
Well, I'm trying to remember, it was one of those days.
Tell them that,
Yeah.
come back the next day.
You know what? I don't think I've heard back from them.
Okay.
Even if it is, we can still do that. We can still do it.
At 8:30, I think.
Let's say that it'll work March 4th, 8 o'clock, 8:30. Yeah, 8:30, March 4th, 8:30 at the courthouse.
Make sure I get a Zoom link.
March 4th.
We can zoom in the courthouse, right? Yeah, as long as you got a quorum up, that's.
Commissioner's room is where you're gonna leave it.
And you'll have to advertise that meeting too, then, or agenda out on the meeting too, so that's all we
And
need.
the right address.
But that's basically the agenda, right?
I would say that's all we need on the agenda as far as I know. Yes.
8 o'clock.
Gain 2 weeks anyway.
All right.
Okay.
Have a logo on it.
Yep. It's got our logo on it. Heard
Right. The logo and everything's on it, right?
Yep.
So they're not gonna.
sell it to somebody else.
He could sell to Jasper County, Missouri.
There isn't. Iowa, I think too.
Oh, there's,
The funny thing is, you drive over, get to the other side of Missouri, there's like a Jasper County, the Newton County, the Glasscock County, and they're all right close together too.
There's about 5 states that have Jasper and Newton County, and
Is there?
3 of them are next to each other. These are like go back to the Civil War times.
Really?
Yeah.
So what's the reason for that?
They were generals or whatever in the Civil War,
Okay, I knew there must have been something
one of the wars,
significant about it anyway.
and they're side by side a lot of times. Actually, we didn't have a Newton County. The original maps, like 1850s, there wasn't a Newton County. It was all Jasper, and then they brought Newton in.
They seceded.
Yeah, what's that?
They seceded.
Yeah, it's pretty
You
interesting.
don't need cost as part of the advertisement, correct?
Yeah.
Yes,
What's that?
cost is part of the advertisement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if there is a fee for a delay per the contract,
I would say if you check with them
I'll talk to.
first thing in the morning, and if there's an extra fee, get it included on there.
Yeah, I gotta know all the right numbers.
I'll let you know in the morning.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you gotta.
Well, I mean,
all over
in some regards, they kind of monkeyed around. They should have been in October, right?
Yeah.
They should have to pay a fee.
Is that-
I want to get it
And-
You
done.
guys approved a certain amount this
This is
morning?
their first sale to a
We
county
don't-
government,
yeah,
program, so they should sure they'll get it.
But you're having a meeting before this one. Next month anyway, right?
March 2nd, yeah.
So you, in case it is different,
In case it's different, you can correct
then you
it.
can correct it there.
Good point.
We'll get you done by the 4th.
I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. So we appreciate your input and the correspondence we just got, and
Nick,
Hey,
Heard-
questions about any of that?
heard discussion this evening about the old box going to KV school.
All right, I'll have to present that to our board, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't think there'll be any issues with that. I think it gets some pretty good use out of that.
Do I have?
Stand corrected. It goes back to the Revolutionary War.
Revolutionary War.
I just you looked it up.
Thanks.
Hey, and Corey, I just want to, and I would assume the same level of care from all of our EMS, but I was very impressed. A few weeks back, Jasper EMS had to come take care of my mother, and the compassion and the professionalism was outstanding. So please make sure,
Absolutely. Will.
tell them that it's much appreciated.
Condolences as well.
I got to see them Saturday. Couldn't go much farther in Jasper County. They were south of 16, east of Wolcott Blacktop at a house fire out there, and the ambulance was out that direction. So, yep, cover a big area.
We're on the opposite end of the earth, it seems like, so.
I appreciate your report too. There's a lot of good information in there.
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for it.
Anything else from the council members?
Had a little
Public comment?
excitement in my part of the county on Friday night. We had a building explosion, and pretty impressive. The emergency response that went on out there. The sheriff's department was the first ones there. They made it probably in about 7-8 minutes, I'd say, and took the fire department about 18 minutes to get there. But we're pretty far from where they were coming from, so I figure they're at least 10 minutes away from. So they responded pretty quickly, and coming from Keener, Wheatfield, Walker. I mean, they were all there. It was impressive. It was impressive, but yeah, got it under control. Saved the house.
You say it was an explosion?
Yeah, it was a building that exploded, a pole barn.
Really? What caused it to explode?
I don't know how. I haven't heard yet.
Nugget.
Okay. I would open the floor for public comments in person or Zoom. Going once, going twice, gone. Okay. Next meeting, March 4th at the courthouse, 8:30 in the morning. Would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Brian moved.
Port. Take God. 8:30.
8:30.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Who made the motion? Me. Ryan, who seconded?
Okay.